Ready.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We've got a real treat for you today. We've got a Nations Cup group play game. Joined by Michael Stryker and Ryan Pindelik, Team USA. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Justin.
So glad to have you aboard. And then, of course, Michael Stryker, Captain America himself. Michael, glad to have you on board.
Hey, good to be here.
All right. Well, today we get Team Belarus, headed by Yuri Golomako. Usual 90-minute games. We are the USA today, so just waiting for them to accept. 2 o'clock opening coup. It's 1:59 now, so I expect they will accept momentarily, and we will get underway. For those of you who did not follow our games last year, we played in the qualifying rounds. Had 4 games in the qualifying rounds, went 2-1-1 there with a tie against Sweden. Moved on to the group play stage where we swept the group of death, Poland, Spain, and Taiwan. Won the first 2 playoff rounds, and then in the championship game against Team Israel, we managed a draw, which turned into a loss because of play deck criteria. So we missed out on the championship because of a draw. So literally the very slimmest of margins, and so we're hoping to rectify that this year. 16 teams will enter, and one will win, and so we begin that adventure today. And so glad to have Ryan and Michael along for the ride.
Yeah, that draw against Israel still hurts. I feel like somehow we should have found one VP. I never went back and looked at that game to see what we did, but it feels like there should have been something there.
Yeah, I agree. That was a tough one to lose to a draw like that. Also haven't gone back and looked, but anytime you lose by one or lose by a draw, you always feel like there could have been one more you could have got somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously any one change of the dice out of, what, 50, 100 rolls could make the difference, but it feels like you could have done something different strategy wise to pull out that VP.
Yeah, that was a tough loss, and I think has the second most views of any of my videos I've uploaded to YouTube. So lots and lots of people watched that one, and I'm sure they all had good ideas as to where we could have pulled one more VP. I thought we played pretty well. I wasn't upset with how we played, but obviously, as you guys said, when you lose by one or and when the game is that close, there's always something you could have done. You can't just blame play deck when it's like that.
It's really hard going back to differentiate like a wrong decision from a decision that just didn't work out, right? When you're looking at the thin margins like that, one victory point, it can be really tough.
Yep. Team Belarus has confirmed that they are online, that they just needed a couple more minutes, and so I'm hoping that they will accept very soon.
I'm very curious now, Justin, what video of yours has the most?
It's the silly video that I posted during one of our games, our team games against Team Illinois. After we had lost 5 in a row to them, and then they got decall and destall turn 2, and then redrew decall turn 3, and I got really upset, and I went on basically a really controlled rant. I don't know if you've seen that one. Uh,
I don't think I have.
it's a 30-second video, and I believe Craig actually clipped it. And I was basically like, it's okay to be really mad about that. Let's just take a second to be really upset. Okay, here we go. And so that apparently went Twilight Struggle viral and got like 2,500 views. But okay,
That's cool.
here we go. Okay, this is garbage. Oh my goodness. Uh,
Okay, not what you want to see to start the game, but
oh
that's
my
all right.
goodness. All right, this isn't good. So this seems like a 4-4-2 defectors. Do you guys think? Do you guys want to
Let's
go
Why
see. What
not three
other
three
two? Do
three
you guys
two
want to go
defectors?
3-3-2 defectors? So we can get off the Europe Dom most likely.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we do the like slightly more aggressive Europe play.
Yeah, ordinarily with Suez in hand, I don't like it, but we're going to blockade that away. And with
Yeah.
defectors, we don't have to worry about sock govs. So yeah, I guess is this a 3-3-3-2 defectors? Dump Asia as soon as we possibly can, and then try and get off of Europe Dom. Michael, do you like 3-3-2 here?
That's what I like.
Okay.
I like that as well. There's some risk we get cooed in Italy, but I think we still have to try it.
Okay. All right. We will try to do that. Maybe the 3-3-2. Um, if they headline, if they have sock gubs, they'll probably headline that. Um, I just hope we don't. I hope we don't scare them away from a super aggressive headline. But okay, 4-4. All right, Yugoslavia. So we're just going to go 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-2. Okay, and then we will go defectors. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I don't know what we're going to headline. It's going to be defectors.
Tough decision. Well, that buys us some time too.
All right, so thinking about the rest of the hand, I'd like to space Fidel. You want to get Asia out as soon as possible. And then you want to try to get Europe domination. And after that, you just want to keep your presence in Mideast. That may be
Yeah,
even too much to ask, but that's the deal.
yeah. Well, we'll
Yep.
see what they headline, but we have Suez in hand, so we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we do have to worry about AI war if we get cooed out. Obviously, I worry about going into Malaysia early because the duck coup situation could get dominated that way. But we'll see what they headline and go from there. But yes, I agree with those priorities. But man, we may need the ops of Fidel. I'd like to space him too, but
I think there's a good chance we will.
I'm concerned we may need the
Uh,
ops of Fidel because we got to get a coup in somewhere. We'll blockade away Suez. We're going to spend 2 action rounds scoring, and so other than that, if we space Fidel, we've got 5 ops. Other than that, we've got to get a coup in somewhere. That boy, we just don't have a lot to do, or don't have a lot of ops here. But
Yeah, I'm not
we
too
can make that
sad to play
decision
Fidel
later.
if we need to,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Well, that would have been jackpot for them. So I guess I'm glad we
yeah, that's
defected
actually a
that.
pretty good hit.
That's not a bad hit.
Justin, your audio is breaking up for me. Is it breaking up for you, Ryan, or is that
Yeah, it
probably
is.
Okay. Sorry
okay?
about that, guys. Can you hear better now?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. I guess
That was fine right
I
there.
need to lean closer to my microphone. Sorry, I've been
No, I
sitting.
don't know if that's it. It's coming in and out for me.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like you were too far away, I don't think.
Huh.
Yeah, it sounded more like just breaking like static almost.
That's weird. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
Um, okay. So these
Yeah,
guys.
when you
Yeah.
do come through, it's coming through clear, but sometimes it breaks out.
Hmm. Okay.
So we got to assume they're going to coup Iran here, probably, right?
I would
They could
think.
coup Italy, but yeah, probably Iran.
Yeah. If they
I don't
may,
know.
They
We'll
have a
see
lot
what
of
they
options.
do.
we'll see if they're feeling frisky. I mean, we
Okay.
don't have any ops, so they probably have. They're probably loaded up with ops.
Cambridge was a bit of a conservative headline.
Yep.
We did tell defectors a little bit.
You think so? A lot of people set up 3-3-2-2 just as a normal setup.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Or do you
Is
think
that a common thing there?
that really shouts defectors?
I think it at least like hints it that it might be coming.
I rarely use 3-3-2 because I am a streamer, and so people see how I set up, and so when I personally do it, but as a team, I feel like that's totally different. So yeah, I've definitely seen people do 3-3-2. Also, people will do 3-3-2 just because they have sock govs in their hand, and so they don't have to
That's
worry
true.
about it. Um, so there could be any number of reasons somebody would do 3-3-2. I think it was fine here. Um,
I think it was definitely the right play, but I think it might have like I could see if you have Purge and not that many ops and Cambridge 5, you might be a little more inclined to use Cambridge 5 as the headline.
yep. I think I like AI War as a headline better than Cambridge 5, um, personally.
I agree.
So maybe we, if we if we're feeling nervous, we could dump Asia AR1 if we get kicked out of Iran and maybe not have to worry about AI war. But that could, we'll see what happens with the coup, see where they coup. But obviously, we want to get Asia out as quickly as we can.
I would like to hold Comic Con if we can, obviously, just to have some ops.
Yeah.
I'm worried about like the Gaul or something like that.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
well could be
that
a
doesn't
thing.
leave you with much else to play. I mean, you're going to have to play IP war. I mean, you got one for blockade and two for IP war, so those are your other options. But I mean, I
Presumably,
agree with you.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's
presumably, guys, I assume that on AR1, if we're nervous, we want to score Asia. If we're not going to score Asia, we probably want to play two ops, one West Germany, at least two ops, rather. Probably one West Germany and get into Lebanon, or get out of Iran if they don't coup Iran. Yeah, just
Yeah.
no ops.
they're going
Yeah, I guess to your
really
question, if they coup us out of Iran, do we spread from Israel or do we score Asia? I think that's an interesting question. I would lean towards scoring Asia almost, but
if they don't have control of Iran, they don't have presence in Mideast, I'd score.
Okay, now I think we definitely have to score Asia.
Are they going to coup? Yeah, they are. All right.
Okay. Ugh.
oh,
Uh,
that's so annoying. Okay,
This is
so
that.
now
Yeah.
they do have presence.
Yep. So that's a tough call. So if we score Asia, obviously we risk them scoring Middle East for 4. If we go into Lebanon and West Germany, we risk them having decall, and if they have decall, we're definitely getting dominated in Asia. What I don't know. I think a duck coup like that strongly suggests they have a card like Vietnam or decall, and really want to get Thailand. I would be inclined to score here if it were just me. What do you guys like?
Would they have headlined Vietnam over Cambridge 5, even with the
I
potential
think they
defectors? I
would
think
have.
they would have, right?
I would have.
Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right about that. But
Decall,
But
maybe
but
not.
Deco, yeah, not Deco.
yeah, I would never duck coup Iran like that if I didn't have if I didn't
If
have
you score
decall.
Asia, they're just
Yes, if we score Asia, they could have Middle
It could be
East.
that they just have a.
But see, personally, I would never coup Iran with duck like that if I didn't have decall and was planning to play it early, or even de-stall and was planning to play it early. I agree. There's no way they had Vietnam. They would have headlined that with duck. There's no way they have that, but that suggests to me that they have decall. I think they may not. It's not definite that they have decall, but I think it's much more likely that they have decall than they have Middle East. What do you guys think?
I think I agree. I think I would. We know we have Asia. Pretty likely we're going to get dominated if we don't score it here. So there's some, I don't know, like 50% chance they have Middle East, but
Michael, are you okay scoring Asia?
we
all right.
know we have Asia.
Let's score it. I mean, Tour of Iran is such a nice play, but I agree with you. I do think
Yeah,
them having Deco is much more likely than them having the Mid East. Of course, they
yeah,
could have them both for all we know.
yeah. They could. They could. All right. No Middle East, no AI war. I mean, we still
The
don't.
other thing is this does signal weakness in our
Yeah.
hand, so they probably know we have a bad hand at this point.
Oh,
All right. No Middle East, no AI war, no decall. Just don't have anything good, please.
Truman, CIA, Olympic, Romanian.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think if they had Middle East, we would see it. We would have seen it.
Yeah, that'd be an autoplay.
Okay. So now
I kind of want to play Fidel.
I kind of want to go.
Well, no.
I think we have to go Lebanon and West Germany. So if we're not playing Fidel, we got to play IP war.
Yeah. And I would like to go Malaysia too.
What do you like, Michael? So as my inclination was, let's give Fidel, go Lebanon, West Germany, but
My play is IP war, Lebanon, West Germany.
okay. So yeah. I mean, I guess Fidel maybe doesn't matter because they're probably going to have decall or destall right now.
And I don't think they
Well, we're
would
not
have.
going to.
Would they have cooed
You think they
Panama
would have?
there if they had CIA? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think they're
you're right.
in Panama.
You're right. They probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. That'd be a weird play. Okay. You guys like this? Or Brian, do you feel strongly
This is
about going
fine.
into Malaysia even though we really can't do anything?
No, I want to keep the 3-op. I would like to get into Malaysia, but
So
yeah,
the only other
3-op.
thing, the only reason to do the 3-op is if they have destall, going into Malaysia would probably tempt them to put 2 into Thailand. But
That's true, but that's a lot of
yes, you're right.
ifs for
You're right.
one decent
And they
op.
probably
Yeah.
wouldn't do that anyway if they just scored. I'm fine with this. You guys like this? Also, IP war is our only
Yes,
path to mill ops, but with our paucity of ops, I think we are just conceding the 2VP, right?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay, we're doing this. So that was a lot of talk time for our first 2 ARs, but I think those were important decisions. All right, now we're almost certainly going to see. They did have it.
What?
They are such cowards.
All right.
All right. Well,
So
do we score space?
I would do
Sure.
one. Yeah, I would do one of those 2 things. You want to score?
Or you could space. I mean, if you want to play Fidel,
So if we,
I mean, if you don't, yeah. I mean, you're taking a chance if you space that you're not going to get Europe off. You're probably still going to get it off, even if they have De Gaulle. You can retake
yeah,
it.
I think I like scoring.
I mean, they'd have to have Socialist and De Gaulle and play them both probably.
Yeah,
Just get the 5 VPs. I think that's right.
I like getting our 5.
I'm kind of leaning towards space now.
Okay.
You guys talked me into space.
All right. So we're spacing.
You really think you're going to lose your 5 VPs?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it is unlikely that.
It's a gamble that they're not going to play aggressive.
I'm okay with either one on this. I mean, my first inclination was just take Europe, but
I think if we're definitely going to space Fidel, and we all agree we're spacing Fidel, we should space him now. Scoring gives us the option to not space him, which will make it easier for us to get into Libya, which obviously would be very important with Middle East being the only unscored region. If we all agree we're definitely spacing Fidel, let's space him now. We'll only have 4 ops left, so we'll probably have to go 1 Egypt, hope they don't have Nasser, and then Comic-Con into both Libya and Egypt. But then we're not doing anything else.
Why don't we score, get it out, and then keep the optionality with Fidel?
That's what I'd lean toward. All right, Michael, are you okay scoring?
I'm fine with that.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
All right, 5 VPs on the board for us. We'll take them.
So if they do nothing,
They had that too.
Wow.
I don't understand their headline that much. It was very conservative.
They must have just read defectors as a guarantee, which
Yeah.
I don't think is the correct read. I mean, it turned out to be the correct read this time, but I don't think that's something I would. I set up 3-3-2-2 all the time without
All right.
defectors.
If we're spacing, I think now's decision time. So I would either do Fidel to Egypt or space Fidel, and I think it sounds like we want to space Fidel.
I guess Fidel does trip CIA for next turn, which it looks like they're not going to do themselves.
Yeah.
And the 2 ops is useful.
If we space Fidel, we're going to have to go probably blockade Suez 1 into Egypt and then finish with Comic-Con, Egypt, and Libya, and that's it. If we go Fidel to Egypt, that frees us up a little bit more. It also activates CIA for next turn.
If I was playing this, I would do Fidel 2 into Egypt, but I think I'm probably a little too eager to give Fidel myself in most games.
I believe in spacing.
You want to space? All right. I'm okay. I'm okay
Yes.
with spacing.
Yeah, let's space it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Roll a 6. All right. Now here comes Nasser, and
Just just keep rolling those sixes. That's all right.
all right. Well, Nasser here actually would be preferable to. We're about to go 1 Egypt. So okay.
It's preferable to Nasser next, actually.
Yes. Okay. Um. Well.
I kind of want to. I want to take a.
So do you want to do this?
Yeah.
And then that leaves us with just 1, which is a little awkward. But I kind of don't want to just hand over Indonesia. Michael, what do you think?
It's not great to hand over Indonesia, but I like getting Libya too.
Yeah.
Like
I like getting it.
realistically, we're gonna get dominated in Asia anyway. It's really just 2 victory points, right? I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Indonesia is unlikely to decide Asia Dom. Um, I'm fine with this. You guys want to just do this?
I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
my
I like this.
preference.
Well, we'll look
Yeah.
dumb if they play containment, and then we could have had both. But I think this is fine. You guys good with this?
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right,
like this.
let's do it.
The good news is it does seem like they had a somewhat weak hand as well.
Yeah, their hand was extremely mediocre. Wow, I cannot believe they didn't headline Vietnam. I mean, good for them. But
Vietnam and duck and cover is such like
I would have at least headlined AI War.
Actually, Cambridge with Duck is actually a really nice combination.
because if you
Well,
hit Europe, you can take not with that setup.
Or Asia. You hit Europe or Asia, it works out well.
okay, we got containment, so now I think this is a
They
pretty
didn't
easy
take
one,
Indonesia.
2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah,
Stop Middle East
I
Dom
agree.
and take
Yeah, that looks
Indonesia.
fine to me.
All right, not a great turn 1, but given the hand
There's
that we
so many
had,
bad cards for us.
yeah, yeah, all the so much of the bad stuff still around, but also our good stuff is still around too. Um,
That's true.
we need to get Middle East score before Nasser comes. I think Middle East is probably pretty much an
Yep.
auto headline if we draw.
So yeah, we are dominating in one region, dominated in another, but
Yeah, and SOCGovs is a huge problem for us because of our setup. But a big coup on Iran for us is a big problem for them.
but we didn't have the ops to protect.
All right, we
Italy
get
there.
SOCGovs.
Oh, and we draw it. Perfect.
This seems like a pretty easy
Oh,
Nazis, right?
this is a bad hand.
It's garbage, and we're probably about to get purged. But we're about to get
Yeah,
purged
that's
with
the
3 1
headline, I think.
ops. So
Yeah, I think so.
this is pretty easy Nazi. Oh, sorry, I didn't. But we're not headlining CIA here. So good news, blockade is gone.
So we got SOCGovs, which is nice,
Yep.
but all the other scary stuff.
If Middle East gets scored, if Middle East doesn't get scored, we obviously have to hold Nasser. If it does get scored, I do like the idea of holding SOCGovs. Yeah, no surprise there. Okay, so we've got 3-1 ops to play, and we're spacing SOCGovs in all likelihood.
Well, you got to space it out.
Yeah. Well, we could hold it.
Um,
We could hold it, and then we don't have to worry about Italy.
No.
But yeah, with purge, I think with spacing it's better. Okay, this should just be a Libya coup.
I'm guessing we hold Nasser until at least we see Middle East.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're doing.
Yeah, or maybe even hold it at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, if Mideast comes out, we probably played Nasser. We could have planned to hold the Korean War and just take, well,
That's a disaster.
God.
All right, well, we're clearly going
Yeah,
into Angola. Do you want to take the 4 and go Angola, Algeria? We
No,
could,
I don't want to spend the 4 yet.
okay. We could give Korean War now to give them urgency to fill South Korea and go Angola with it, win or lose. Um, we could just play a one-op into Angola. What do you guys like?
Let's think what we're going to do with the Korean War. Are we going to trigger it or are we going to hold it?
I like triggering it to make them fill it now, and instead of doing other things to bully us while we're purged.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
I
like
mean,
to hold it, but I don't think we can with Nasser, and especially with that Libya coup.
I don't. I mean, if we have to play Nasser, even if Mideast is not scored, it's not the worst thing in
Yeah,
the world.
now we're getting dominated in the Middle East no matter what.
One VP.
So yeah,
It's probably two
Nasser's not.
Yeah,
victory
I
points
mean,
if they take it.
Yeah.
it looks to me that Korean War is the logical hold. If you're going to space socialist, you're going to hold Korean, and everything else is played for off.
Yeah, I mean, Purge doesn't. If assuming we space.govs, that's four things that Purge doesn't hit. So Korean War is a fine hold. So if that being the case, and
Yeah, so you're only losing 2 ops to purge.
yeah, and so if that being the case, and we don't want to use our four right now, which I agree with, I think CIA to Angola is probably best, right? We don't want to play Romanian yet because if they have D-stall, they'll probably D-stall right now. So just CIA to Angola.
That or
Yeah,
independent Reds. I guess it's about it.
I mean, unless you wanted to take Korea yourself, hold Korea, take South Korea right now before you lose the opportunity. But it's probably not going to make any difference in Asia anyway. I mean,
No, I'd
Asia's so
rather
bad
fight in
already.
Africa. I think.
Yeah,
Try to take
let's
South
let's
Korea.
let's do this and see what happens.
All right.
So decall. So we are. We talked about them being. We've spent quite a bit of time here. We're now just slightly behind. I'm not worried about time. I think our chemistry is good enough where we can pick up if we need to. But yeah, they're okay. So de-stall. Certainly, they would have decalled before de-stall if they had it. So
Probably.
yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay,
Do we go for it?
you want? Oh,
U.S. Japan realign fund.
um, I'm open to it. Um, or we could try the take South Korea play.
I like the realigns.
You want to use a four op on realigns?
Yeah, this is so bad already.
Yeah, I
Realigns
think I
could,
would.
I
could
guess
like
we don't have a
shake
ton of
things up.
places.
I mean,
Yeah,
taking South Korea doesn't do anything.
yeah, we're so badly beat.
It's not like there's other things we have to do.
You're right. Okay, you want to go Chile first or Venezuela first?
Venezuela, and then I'd go Zaire second.
All right, Ryan, you good with that?
I don't know about Zaire, but Venezuela for sure. Yeah.
All right, we're going Venezuela. That's a 1-6. That's a 2-4. And a clean miss.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay. Well, that's a disaster. Now we have one op. Now we have one op plays the rest of the turn. And a space shot.
Well, you know what? It's the early war. We're up 5 victory points. This
Mm.
can change them. We'll get a good turn forehand, and it'll be all fine.
Yeah. If they don't have Middle East, then you know that would be nice to not eat those victory points right away. Okay, big old four op. They're just going to
Ooh,
spread
another
out.
4
They'll
up.
spread
Not
out
fun.
in the south. Yeah. Okay. Space.govs now.
Is there anything urgent? Yeah, no, that seems fine, I guess.
That's fine.
Okay, we hit the roll. If they take South Korea and the Middle East does not score, I would be inclined to give Korean War instead of Nasser and save the VP and potentially two. Okay, Turkey. A little weird. All right, what do you want to do? Romanian to Algeria, Jordan, Italy, France because De Gaulle's coming. What do you guys like?
I think West Germany is the problem.
Oh,
I mean, you
because
could
they
put it in France on anticipation. Yeah, they just played Germans, so they can just run us over if they wanted to.
well, yeah. I mean, but the fact that they went Turkey suggests they're going to go Greece and then maybe run us over in Italy. But okay, you want to overprotect West Germany?
I mean, to me,
Mm,
that's the immediate threat.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Ryan, what do you think?
yeah, that seems fine.
All right.
I mean, we're just turtling this turn. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
We're
it's just
we're
yeah.
far behind. Um,
Yeah, you're not changing anything in the Middle East or Asia. You're not changing anything else where it's just yeah.
we're about to not be dominating in Europe. Also, independent Reds could be an event. Also, um, okay, Warsaw. I wonder if this is what's this
They're
about?
going to move near Italy, and we're going to have to overprotect it. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, of course.
Now we have to overprotect
And
it.
now we'll need over. Yeah,
So
exactly.
With
well, the other
IR.
question is,
I kind of do like eventing independent Reds.
yeah, that's that. Like independent Reds is not
I
is
don't.
okay. You don't want to do that. Well, we're gonna have.
Well, unless you want to use NASA right now for Italy, I think
Well,
Italy's winning.
sorry, I think we should event. We should protect Italy now. It's just either Nasser or Korean for that, and then event independent Reds is what I would do.
I don't like giving Nasser when we don't have to with Middle East score. That's a guaranteed VP and maybe two. Korean War is a 50-50 chance of two VP.
I definitely like IR to Italy. It would be my
All right,
pick.
you want to do IR to Italy? Okay, let's say we do IR to Italy now, and they don't score Middle East on AR6, which they're not going to do. Michael, do you still want to hold? You still want to give Nasser, even with Middle East unscored?
Yes,
You still want to, even if
yes,
they, what if they take South Korea on AR6?
yes. I mean, it's one VP either way, right?
Well,
Korea
Nasser's,
War 50-50 for VP is one VP.
If they draw Middle East, they'll probably take Egypt too. So then it's two-ish VPs.
Yeah, let them fill it up. I mean, it's going to be Sadat sooner or later anyway. As long as we can keep our presence. I mean, the worst thing about playing Nasser is if they then like just flip Lebanon or something like that. But you got to take some chances.
all right. I'm fine with IR to Italy here.
I don't like playing a two op when we're first that we can space later possibly. I
Yeah.
mean, we're going to be able to double space next turn.
I, uh,
It feels inefficient. It,
I mean, well, the other thing is, well, decall's coming next turn, so we hope to get that and be able to space that. De Gaulle's coming, but we can play that for ops. That's fine, assuming we don't get repurged. Uh,
you might have to play Korean War next turn. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible, but still, yeah, you just
okay, UN of course,
Marshall, right?
of course.
there you go.
Why not?
Stop Europe Dom and do that. Okay. All right. So, Michael, you want to
If
play?
you want to play Korean War, I mean, it's untaken.
Yeah. So, well, with
Yeah, I want to play Nasser.
this is the exact situation where playing Korean War sucks because losing the war really sucks with South Korea at 1-2.
Yeah, we can give Nasser. That's fine.
Yeah, I think I didn't want to give Nasser before, but now I'm okay with it. All right. Well, what do we want to do?
Where do we put it? I don't know. France.
France because we know De
Nah,
Gaulle
it's
is
too
coming.
conservative.
I mean,
Algeria.
Just putting one in Algeria makes it a really nice
I think
coup target.
Algeria can
Although
wait.
they're cooing Angola next turn.
Yeah,
Um,
but Angola is already a really nice coup target.
yeah. All right. You guys want to go France or Algeria? I mean, there's De Gaulle is coming next
I might,
turn. No other fours, but obviously they have China. You guys like France or Algeria?
Like France.
I like France too.
let's do France. Yeah,
Okay. All right. That was a rough turn. And we get decall, a couple of decent
and some four
redraws.
ups. Okay.
Okay, we annoyingly redraw CIA, which I think unfortunately is our headline, isn't it? I think
I think
this
CIA is
has to be
definitely the
CIA
headline.
Kuzair, doesn't it? They have De Gaulle, but we
Uh,
have two fours.
Uh,
they have
what,
Middle East, EU, Middle East, East European 5-year plan into goal.
So we have decall. So CIA headline rolling anything but a one means we can fill up Africa at our leisure. And at least have one good region. If we headline anything other than CIA, they're going to coup Angola. Um,
yeah, it's definitely
I
very
think
valuable here. The only question is it so bad that we want to keep CIA in the deck, even at the cost of making a very suboptimal play now?
well, if we don't headline CIA, we're headlining
I'm
Olympics, I
fine with
guess,
CIA.
or IP war.
I think CIA is probably better. I mean, I'm not crazy about it because I really just like the way the game has gone so far, and I want to keep
Yeah,
DEF CON in, but
that is a huge sigh of
at the
relief
same
for
time, you
them.
don't want to just totally give up on the path of coming back.
Yeah, the other issue is, and I'm in favor of CIA, but the other issue is if we headline
I think
CIA,
CIA too.
they could be headlining De Gaulle, and then they get Algeria.
Well, yeah, or try, yeah,
So I think
but
we're gonna have to just be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Better than just
I
lying
think I think if we
back.
don't headline CIA, we could be
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah,
could be far enough behind on the board that we won't get to late war.
yeah. Okay, no surprise there.
Yeah,
And oh my God, they freaking get Asia back. And Marshall, oh my God, Asia, Marshall, US, Japan. Good Lord. And Fidel, what redraws? Okay, well, we're just going to coup Zaire. And we're going to roll a one. All right, guys. That's game losing. That's game losing, guys. Um, we're going to give up 5 in the Middle East, maybe 6. We're going to give up maybe 8 in Asia. We're going to be down at least a dozen here. They're going to take Algeria. And we rolled a 1 on the anything but a 1. Oh my God, guys, that's horrible. We're not, yeah. We're not getting to the late war. We're not getting to the late war for them to draw CIA.
they're gonna give us a victory point there. That's interesting.
Okay, well, we were going to take South Korea probably.
I guess that's true.
I mean, I think we probably would have. All right, do you want to trigger IP war right now? Um, and go for India with a 50-50 shot before they fill both, and then it's because they could go with another 4, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's a 6.
We need the mill ops
let them
and the
fill it up.
VPs anyway.
If we do this, they will
But
probably
they're
just
going to fill it up, right?
well, they're gonna. The problem is they're gonna fill up all these countries. Probably they will probably go Marshall and just fill up all 4 of these, and then we have to have a 6 to do anything.
Assuming we want the mill ops anyway, I feel like we might as well do it now, while we still have a decent chance of winning the war before they fill it up. But
You okay triggering it now, Michael?
Wait. Let's think for a second. What are we doing with the rest of our ops?
Well, probably flipping Zaire.
I'm not okay. No, I think we just flip Zaire right now.
Okay.
Flip
That's fine
Zaire,
with
take
me.
France. I mean, I'm okay with taking a 1-5 or a 1-6 shot instead of a with a bigger gain instead of a 1-2 shot. You
Okay.
know,
So you want to do this?
I guess what a 1-3, not a 1-5. Yeah, something like that would be my preference, I think, before because we're not going to have a whole lot to do with our ops.
This is fine with me.
All right.
That protect so they can't protect Zaire. Yeah. I don't I don't think we're definitely losing, but I don't think we're done. We just need a strong turn forehand.
Yeah. I mean, we need to even out South America. So, okay. We need. I mean, ideally, they spend EEU, take Pakistan and India, and then we can roll on India.
Yeah. We need to keep them distracted
All right.
because we're going to be down a lot of victory points. We can't let them bulletproof South America.
Okay. They did that. They took Portugal. I guess we could have thought about that. Because now Marshall is not free, but a lot less annoying for them. Okay, you want space decall here? They know we have to do it.
I mean, maybe you want to do your IP war now because I think you're right. I think Marshall is going to be the next play.
Yeah,
I thought there was a chance
Marshall,
maybe
all
you
of
get a one and
these
three shot
makes
instead of a one
sense.
and two.
Yes, they don't have any. That's correct. They do not have any more three ops. They have Fidel, which is going to be an event. They have two scorings. They have 5-year plan, and they have Marshall. So Marshall, all three of these makes perfect sense. I like rolling the war now.
Yeah, sure. Let's roll the war.
Christ, we rolled a 6. Okay, well, we should have waited,
All
like
right.
Michael said. Now there, I
Well, no, I
suspect.
was fine with doing it now. I changed my position, so I can't.
Now they probably score
I would just
Asia.
score, I
Yeah.
think, but
Or do they have the? I guess they've got Marshall. They don't want to play China, probably.
Maybe they take Pakistan, but if they don't, we could start bullying them potentially.
all right. I mean, they have 3 battlegrounds to our 1, so even if they do
Yeah, but I mean, like we
nothing,
could jam Algeria or something like that if they have
yeah,
2 scorings
right. Sorry,
left.
yes, we could do that. We can't bully them in Asia, but we can bully them elsewhere. We could flip Algeria, but we have obligations too.
Mexico spacing.
Yes, I mean we want to space twice for sure. We obviously can't give Korean War here, so we've got 4 hours left. We need to space twice, take Mexico. We need to overprotect Angola. Um,
Yeah, we've got 7 ops,
yeah,
2 spaces, 7 ops. That's not bad. We're
yeah.
certainly
Actually, we could potentially have 5 ops and keep a 4 op, which I don't hate either.
yeah. If we don't need it, that's
Yep.
fine. If there's no emergency, but we've got some ops to spare, especially compared to them.
China.
I'm gonna play China.
Okay, they really wanted those VPs. All right, well, they're getting 8. All right, well, we can't fight that, right? We just
Oh,
space now.
um, let's think what we're gonna do. I mean, you could. There's lots of things you could do here.
They have one more play, right?
Yeah, they just got one.
And
I guess they could 5-year
presumably,
plan a scoring, but they wouldn't do that.
no, they will. They've got 5-year plan, Marshall and Fidel. Um,
So they've got Marshall to play, which is
yeah,
pretty
but
free.
they're gonna want to event Fidel.
It would be more. I mean, what? It's 5. We could easily get to 6, 7 countries in Europe. I mean, forcing them into Marshall is not bad.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that. But in the meantime, they know we have decall and they know we have Korean War. They know we're not going to give them either one.
Okay.
Um,
Should we like do a Cameroon walk?
no,
No, they don't have mill ups.
Oh, they don't have
yeah,
Milos.
they
What
don't.
I
They
mean,
don't.
I guess they do a 4-up coup.
Well, probably not. You're right. But what are you going to do? You just go Cameroon and then you go.
I guess you get Nigeria. Yeah, it's fine with it.
I like taking care of a known card now and just spacing. They will probably dump a scoring.
I, I like breaking North Korea.
Breaking North Korea is just one VP.
Well, I guess yeah. You think they just score it right away?
They just score.
Yeah, they'll definitely score. I don't.
They would
Yeah.
just score, and I don't think we actually are going to flip North Korea. And even if we do, we're not stopping. That's not going to change the domination situation.
I'd almost prefer to break Algeria if we're going to break
Yes,
something.
if we're going to break something, I like breaking Algeria. We're also, if they don't give Marshall, we're very vulnerable to Suez and Suckovs. All right, guys, we should probably make a call
Yeah, I
here.
mean, if we don't do anything, they're just going to score Asia and Mideast the next 2 rounds.
Yes, that's correct.
I don't know.
That is correct. That is what they will do. But I also don't want to hold these cards into the mid-war if we can help it.
No, you
Yeah, I really
absolutely
don't
want
want
to
to go.
space to go in Korea.
I think I'm
I
with
feel
Jet.
like I want to push them.
What do
You
you
want to
say?
just space?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'll have more. Hopefully, get more power cards. The ops will be more valuable next turn. Rather have a good hand
Yeah,
going into
let's
turn
space.
4.
Okay, we hit the roll. All right. So 7, we're going to lose 8 here. I'd be at -1. All right, VP track is going to be bad, but not a disaster. Okay, they're going to dump Middle East, which makes perfect sense. All right, so now we can space again, or we can do this. What do you guys like? Or we could do something completely different. Do you guys just want to space again? And then we could space again and then do that AR5 and then give them the choice of giving us Marshall if they want to fix it. How about that?
I I would rather try to force them to play Marshall.
Right. I'm saying we could space
I don't
now.
want
Yeah,
to space again. I want to push them.
We could space
Yeah, I
now,
think that's fine.
AR5, and AR5
No,
we jam Algeria, try and force them to play Marshall. If they do, we get Marshall. If they don't, we get Algeria on AR6. That sound
but you
reasonable?
could do it right
I
now
think
also.
Yes, we could do it right
I
now.
think I like the jam
You want jam first?
of Algeria now better.
All right, fine with me. We can always hold Korean
Yeah,
War. We can hold Korean War.
just to be a little bit more aggressive.
All right, that's fine. Let's do that.
I think we could always play Korean War if we really need to. Not this turn,
Not
but
this
next
turn,
turn.
but next turn we could. Yes, I agree. I agree. We could do it next turn once mill ops aren't in the balance.
I think they'll give us Marshall.
If they do give Marshall, Italy, France, because I don't want to do this more than once. Italy,
I think if
France,
I'm them here, I give
Benelux,
Marshall.
Italy, France, Benelux, UK, Canada, obviously. I assume we should just go West Germany anyway, even though it's already overprotected. So that's 6, and then you want to go Denmark.
Denmark.
3 battlegrounds: Benelux, UK, Canada, Denmark.
Yeah, I think Denmark.
Is that okay with you, Michael? If they do give Marshall,
I guess West Germany is worth it. Yeah,
I think West Germany's probably worth it with Willie and everything like that,
Yeah,
and
probably.
Govs. West Germany's going to be better than Austria. If they do not give Marshall here, what do you want to play? The 4-op, go to Algeria, to Mexico. Okay, they are giving it. They're going to do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right, now we're spacing, right? We can walk into Nigeria, but that means
Yeah,
we're
let's
holding
just
Korean
space.
War.
Okay, that's fine with me.
You like spacing, Michael?
I mean,
If we play 6 ops, we could go Saharan, Nigeria, 2 Mexico, 1 Angola.
yeah, I think so. I mean, you could break in Asia. It's 2 ops for 1 VP and one.
I think I like something like that, maybe.
Yeah, like I don't mind Saharan into Mexico and
And
Angola
then we
here, and
go
then you
Nigeria,
either take Nigeria
Guatemala.
or realign next turn.
Yeah, we could go Nigeria. We could go Nigeria,
I
Guatemala.
I don't think I want to go to. I don't want to go to Sahara.
Really? With them having to score?
I think we just why not? Well, let's just space if we're not gonna do any kind of a forcing play.
Well, yeah, they have the scoring, so
I'm sorry,
I
what?
think if you it,
they're going to score here. We
we
don't
have
get
2
to,
action rounds in a row,
yeah,
right? The question is, do we want to exploit that somehow?
yeah. Do we want to exploit that or get rid of the obligation and get headline peak?
Right.
So if you that play we just did before is a
I actually kind of want to not space now,
I don't know.
but
We'd also just jam Algeria again and know we're going to get to take it.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it. Try to set up a reline. Are we
well,
gonna space Korea or not?
if we're going to space Korea, we should do it right now.
I disagree with that. I want to space Korea.
All right, you want space Korea? I'm fine. I'm fine doing that. That's fine. Let's just do that, and then
All right, okay. I can be sold on space in Korea. I do like the idea of taking Algeria, but
all right. Well, we have headline peak.
You can break it on AR7 if you want to.
All right, we have 4.
Right.
We need to take Mexico.
Did we just space it? It looks like it's gone.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I spaced the Korean War. We hit the roll. We have headline peak now.
Justin, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I just spaced Korean War.
Did we get headline peak?
We hit it, and we have headline peak. I think this is a 4-op, 2 Mexico, 1 Angola, and 1 either Saharan or Cameroon. I think probably Saharan's better.
Wait, I missed what happened there. Did we get headline peak?
I'm sorry. Yes, I spaced Korean War. We hit the roll,
Oh, perfect.
and we now have headline peak. I think I like a 4-op, 2 Mexico, 1 Angola to protect from the Angola cards, and 1 Saharan to both threat Nigeria and set up realigns and Africa Dom. You guys okay with that? Is this okay with you guys? I'm not hearing you guys. I'm not hearing either of you guys. Hello? Guys, I cannot hear you. What we got?
Yeah, we're having real technical difficulties, Justin.
Okay.
At least I'm having a hard time understanding. But
Okay.
I heard what you just said.
Okay.
But sometimes it seems like it's either garbled or it's coming in late. I'm not sure.
Sorry about that, guys.
Can you hear me
yeah,
now,
I'm
Justin?
also having some.
I can hear you guys now. Yes.
From, hello?
I can hear you guys now. Yes. All right. I'm going to confirm this. I think it's okay. We got a nice hand here. Well, we got Purge and
Justin, can you hear me now?
yes, I can hear you guys now. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Justin, you're only coming in for me intermittently.
Okay.
Sometimes it's garbled. Sometimes you're not coming in at all.
All right.
It's the same true for me.
Let me.
I think for a while there it was coming in delayed.
Okay. Maybe.
All right. So what's the? All right. Let's do turn 4. We're all together now.
Yeah, it's turn 4. We have headline peak.
It's pretty good.
There's a pretty good hand. I think I like Missile Envy better than Purge, but could be talked out of that. Missile Envy to steal a coup seems really good. If we could get it. Do you guys have opinions um, on what to headline here? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to figure out my microphone because you guys evidently cannot hear me.
But I would be leaning towards missile envy too.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
It seems like the timing is off on when we hear things.
Yeah, I agree,
Like it
Michael.
sounds like you're hearing things like a long time after I actually say them, Justin.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna exit this. All right. Let's see. Okay. I left and
Now,
came
can
back.
you
Can you
hear
guys
me?
hear me now?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it seems to be synced up now.
Okay. So maybe we just had an
Okay,
issue.
but
All right.
mm,
I'm gonna share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I
Okay.
can see it.
Okay. Do you guys want to go? So they're headlining
yeah, I've
Libs,
got it.
which is very bad for us. Do you want to headline Missile Envy or Purge?
I would lean missile envy, but
I think I would as well.
that obviously is.
What do you like, Michael?
Really?
I like the idea of restricting their
I
first
mean, my
play.
first inclination is Purge.
I mean, Purge is good. I guess I like the idea of the second half of Missile Envy is really nice too. After Libs, restricting their AR1 play to just 2 ops. But
I guess they'll get to flip Mexico no matter what. But
yeah, if they flip, if they will. Assuming we get a coup, but that might be worth it if we can get a coup into South America. I don't know, Michael. You want to go Purge? Ryan, you want to go Missile Envy?
I'm very close, but I lean slightly missile envy.
All right.
There's a lot of red fours in the deck.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I think every 4 up in the deck is good for us.
All right. I'm gonna go. That's fine. We'll go Missile Envy.
Is the plan for this turn nuclear subs and then attack?
Uh, I don't.
Well, only if no,
I
I
don't
don't.
think so. Okay. 5-year plans. They don't have any 4s, and we hit AI war. All right. Okay. Not a great result, I suppose. But we know that they don't have any 4s, and that they have to play everything. We could AR1 purge them, and then if they have grain, they just lose.
That's pretty tempting. If they coup,
I mean, it's a little out there, but
it's not that likely. But, I mean, if you have grain, realistically, you're not going to space it in this situation.
no, they won't. They're not spacing grain AR1. Um,
But we need them to also not have cultural and not have
yeah,
how I learned.
no
Not
cultural,
have,
no salt, no how I learned, all that other stuff. Yes, it's a little bit of a crazy play. We could also hold
and we'd
voice
have
to
to
next
give up
turn.
either a coup or central, which
Yep.
is kind of painful.
Okay. Now they're going to take a 2-op coup, presumably in Africa. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I would prefer to take stuff. I
yeah,
think
I think it's just
I want
this,
to
right?
purge him. I think it's a great idea. No. Let's do the purge.
and give up Mexico.
Yeah, we can set up a realign on it. I don't know. The game is
They
so
have to play
bad.
everything. So just because they could have
They had to
green.
play Missile Envy. They didn't even have the option to space purge to space grain if they have it.
Yes. So I mean, they might not have grain, but they could have voice. They could have CRG. They could have a bunch of
Yeah,
bad stuff.
okay. Puppets, Anything that's painful.
All
Yeah, it
right.
seems fine.
All right. This is a little wild, but
It's the
let's
fun
try it.
option.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
we're gonna try and
Let's
have
take
fun.
it. Yeah, I mean, it gives us at least a chance. I mean, we're swinging for the fences, but this game is so bad.
Yeah, they might coup Sahara in here. No, they'll take Mexico here, um, and so
Eh.
we should
If
get
they have a
Nigeria.
3-up, they now need a 3-up to do that.
Yeah, and we know they don't have any fours. So all right, we're gonna hope they have bad US twos. They have four.
Voice. Well, if they just have grain sales and nothing else, then
Yeah, if they have grain sales
it'd be
and
great.
just a bunch of blank cards, then yes, we just win and we go home. Um, but yeah, I mean they probably don't have a bunch of innocuous threes either. If they were willing to give up 5 year plan.
Yeah, I mean,
That,
the chances of them having grain cell are maybe like 1 in 7, something like that.
Yeah,
1 in 8.
yeah, but all right. Here's the point that Justin brought up. They would not have given 5-year plan over almost anything else if they had grain sales.
That's true.
but I don't think they would I don't
Yeah.
think they'd want to give us um, a red three and give us a free 3-op coup and lose their opportunity to coup Zaire either. I mean that sucks too.
Maybe they didn't think they'd get purged immediately after, so they could
Yeah.
just space grain sales. But
I mean,
still,
we just made a very weird play. So, okay. Well, there's a US two. I guess it's Canada, right, guys?
Yeah, let's do Canada.
I think it's definitely
yeah, let's
Canada.
do it.
All right. Well, that's a 1-op,
We only
guys.
need one more non-battleground for Europe.
Yeah. And if they take Romania, independent reds for the event could be interesting. Okay. Yeah, they are going to take that coup.
I think coup. If you have a 1-up, coup is the right call.
Should we coup?
Do we counter coup that?
feel like we should coup that back.
I think we.
We need our
I think
mill-ops
so.
anyway.
Yeah.
Let's coup that back. You guys go with
Yeah,
that?
we need mill ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good
Let's do
with
it.
it.
That's a nice roll.
That's nice.
Okay. They have
So,
Africa.
ooh,
Well, I guess we should have not spaced Korean War. So, oops. All right. Well, now do we just want to take back? Do we just want to do this anyway? Um, do we just want to do this anyway?
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think that's good.
All right. We
We're,
want
we're
to
gonna
take
be
back.
doing a lot of eventing for the rest of the turn. I think.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
do
so
this is an event. This I would like to event nuke subs. What I'd like to do is put nuke subs into Benelux, have them fill Romania, event independent reds, event the Pope.
I would really like to hold nuke subs. I guess we don't want to give them Allende into control, but
Yeah, that's true.
nuke subs is really good.
Yeah, nuke subs could be. Yeah, even though we need to attack South America instead of Africa, nuke subs could be good for us.
It could be our only legitimate way of fighting in South
Yeah.
America.
What's the Warsaw status? Warsaw is around. The Pope event gives us domination.
Pope's definitely an event. The
Yeah,
only question is
it's
the
definitely an
timing.
event. Only question is when.
Do we do it at the end or do we do it now and force them to fight?
Yeah, I don't. I like doing it quickly
I
because
think I like it at the end better.
do you with Warsaw around? Do you? My thinking was, Pope event could make will make them do something here. Maybe fill Romania. I think independent reds could be a good event. I don't know. But we'll see what they do.
Well, you do want them to fill Romania. I agree with you that
Yeah.
IR is a good event, but yeah, I
Yes.
guess
I don't think they're going to fill Romania unless we take Dom.
yeah.
And
So maybe
if
the Pope to
in
force
order to
them
take
to take
Dom,
Dom.
we got to put nuke subs into Benelux, or we could obviously do. Okay, well, there's a bunch of cards we wish they had in their hand. All right, Muslim and cultural, obviously, OAS, Bear Trap, and Voice we keep. Right?
Yep.
No reason to keep them.
Yeah, I think we want to keep Bear Trap, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we want to keep Bear Trap. Okay.
I liked Camp David event. I think.
We got a little value out of Purge there, forcing them to
Yeah.
make that as an event. They
Um,
would have just broken Lebanon otherwise.
all right. I'm fine doing Pope now or Camp David now.
Maybe just Camp David because the timing doesn't matter at all on it.
Yeah, I like this. Let's just do this.
Yeah,
Let's get a VP. Okay.
yeah. So
All right, if
I'm
we can
thinking,
somehow get South Africa or South America in a good spot, or at least draw.
Okay. Well, there's a bad card that they had. Um, Peru.
I think definitely Peru.
definitely Peru.
Definitely Peru. Um, do we want to do this? Fidel is around, so I don't know how valuable Realigns of Cuba are.
I think actually Fidel is in their hand.
We spaced it turn 1.
Yeah, we know that they have.
Oh, that's right.
You're
We
right.
know that. That's right. We know they have.
Yeah, but CIA.
Okay, so maybe we should do this because they're going to have to play Fidel.
That's true. They'll probably coup one of those with Fidel, but
And then,
still.
then we could put nuke subs into Chile and threaten them there.
Yeah, I don't mind those
Or
two,
we
and then
could do
either
some, or we
Saudi
could do
or
something like
Guatemala for the third.
Afghanistan. We already have access to Pakistan, so whatever.
We already can flip if we want.
Do
Yeah.
you want to do this? If we do this, they'll take a one-op coup. And then we've said we want to event these two, so that means we're putting nuke subs into Chile. Probably. Right?
Yeah, that seems fine.
You want to do this, Michael?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Maybe they'll fail on their coup.
Yeah.
I'd like to get your domination. Seems like the
Yes.
first thing you really want.
Yes. All right. I like eventing the Pope now, which gives us Europe Dom. They have Fidel, which they want to event, and another card. This gives us Dom right away and makes them do something. You guys okay with this?
I don't think they want to event Fidel, but yeah, I'm okay with this.
Sorry, they may not want to event Fidel, but Fidel will then be out of their hand. So then we can start contesting Cuba. You're right. They won't event Fidel. They'll have to play it for ops or something.
I'm still. I guess there's no way we hold nuclear subs. Oh,
Good
that's
Lord.
so.
Okay, well, guys, hey, guess what? Now we're holding nuke subs. Right?
Yeah, now we can play Allende. There you go.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do?
Do we coup Nicaragua with Allende? Is that
was
the best
my
way to be
thinking,
annoying? Or do
is we coup Nicaragua with Allende, and then they only have Fidel. You okay with this, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, there's a big 6. Okay, now they have a bit of an awkward decision. All right. So we did force them to give us these. It was 1, 2, 3, 4 op purge, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna coup. That's annoying.
that is annoying?
All right. Well, Independent Reds is no longer a very good event. So, do you want to put 2 in Cuba?
I want to get presents in South America.
Yeah, Peru isn't bad.
Okay. Do you want to go
No,
Peru?
I
1
think the
Cuba?
second one in Cuba.
You know, how about this? You want to do this?
Yes.
You okay with that, Mike? All right.
Yeah, yeah, this is good.
All right, let's do that. Okay. Um,
Okay. It was a mixed bag.
yeah, very much a mixed bag. Um, seems like a pretty clear green. I mean, we'll obviously see what they do.
And the problem is we don't really need mixed bags right now, but
Yeah.
is to play like grain. Hopefully, we get a big card, coup Argentina, try to set up Chile relines,
Yeah,
and maybe go from there.
that's my thinking. That's my thinking. Panama's a good event. Portuguese will have to just give.
No space codes.
Well, we'll have space. We will bury you. But Miss Lindy's gone, so
Oh
it's
yeah, never
fine.
mind. Missed that one.
But yeah, we needed to see ABM or Brush. They got Junta, but at
Yep.
least didn't do anything. I guess if we hadn't mid-turn purged, we probably would have gotten. No, we wouldn't have gotten Africa Dom off. What am I saying? We would have gotten Nigeria, but they would have just dumped the scoring and it would have been even. So no,
Yeah.
that cost us only one VP in Africa. Okay, I mean
That's
that's annoying,
annoying.
but it doesn't change our plan, right? There's clear grain.
Yeah, I think so. I guess they can drop Europe
Yeah,
potentially.
yes, they
Would be
can.
annoying.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a bad.
That's crap.
Do we just
Hmm.
return it and coup
Do we just
Argentina
return it?
anyway?
You really want to go Argentina? I think.
No. Do you want to
I
go?
mean,
I
I guess
guess.
I'm gambling that I would coup Panama
Yeah.
and
No,
hope
you're right.
that
Panama's
South
better.
America comes
Yeah,
later, or that we draw Ask or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, with
Yep.
no adjacency,
You're right.
that's probably
It has.
better.
You're right. It has to be Panama. All right. You guys want? You guys like cooing Panama and returning?
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. Clean miss.
Yep. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
What? Uh,
We rolled a two.
okay. Did we roll a one?
We rolled a two.
A two. Okay.
So we would have cleared them out of Zaire. But
Hmm. Okay, what is our priorities here? Europe Dom.
Yeah. Well, they're dumping it if they got it. We'll
they'll
find
dump
out,
it
I
if they got
suppose.
it. If they don't have it, they'll fix up here. I think. I'd like to take Cuba.
I don't think this is a really event nuclear subs type turn.
Yeah, there it is. No surprise
Yeah.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
and they just
There
got
you
that
go.
for free, just completely free. Okay. Well, now
No, we got one victory point out of it.
is it Cuba? Are we taking Cuba? Is that what we're doing? Do you guys want to take
I don't
Cuba?
hate.
Michael, what
Yeah,
do
I
you think?
think that's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
I
I say
think
we
that's
do this, and then I do want to event Usuri and wreak havoc in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
eh,
Yeah. Question is, do we want to do it soon, or I mean, we don't. We
eh.
are
Are,
now at the
are we
point.
just holding gun? Is that the plan?
I mean, unless we're gonna do something like event how I learn in the middle of the turn, so we can get rid of it.
Right.
Which maybe we should. I don't know.
Let's see how the space situation turns out. If we think we can get to discard, then maybe we just hold on to it.
Yeah. We're now. Yeah.
I guess I'm still a little undecided on it.
Yeah. The
I
other
mean,
thing
we're
is,
definitely going to space We Will Bury You. Panama is going to be an event.
Oh yeah, we don't have anything other than China to follow up Usuri with. So if we're going to do that, it's probably got to be at the end of the turn. But cultural is coming, so. Okay, they had that too. Why not just headline that? That's a bizarre play. I mean, should we just event Panama now?
I like it mostly because it's like,
Trolls them a little bit.
I don't know, annoying. Yeah.
You okay with that, Michael?
What does that mean? Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what that means. Why did they go 3 there? They're worried about brush war, I suppose.
Yeah, that says they're worried about brush war or potentially getting realigned.
Um, yeah, I mean, but it also says they don't have South America and they don't have Central, right?
Yeah, they would have just dumped Central if they had it.
So I guess I'm thinking I mean we probably still want to play Philippines. We want to get Central American. What are we going to do for like at the end of the turn? I guess let because playing Panama is not a
Usuri
bad play at
event.
the end on
Well, Usuri
AR7.
event at the end of the turn seems pretty good. Could mess up Southeast Asia. You know, we could do a bunch of damage in these battle crowns.
Yeah, especially if Southeast Asia is not
Yeah.
scored, that does look fantastic at the end of the turn.
Yeah. So
So okay, so
Yeah.
let's do Panama now then, if we're not going to save it for the end. Okay, so the plan is you Surrey at the end of the turn, space we will bury you, hold gun. Um, I guess that means nuke is op, and we're gonna have to play Portuguese Empire or how I learn our op. So those are all op.
yeah. Um,
So and what we need to do with our ops, we want to try to get Dom in Central America, and we want to do some stuff in Europe, I think.
yeah. Do we want a space now?
Yep.
I would like to take France at some point.
I would too, but I don't. I think.
I mean, I don't want to get into an op war there.
Okay, if we're gonna take it, we got to take it with
Do we
nukes.
just do nuclear subs into France and UK or France and Guatemala or something?
I like France
Or
and
France and
Guatemala.
Philippines.
I was thinking Guatemala because this could be maybe they're thinking
They're just
about.
going to coup there.
Nah,
They're queuing.
I guess. Oh, that's true. We don't want to give them a good coup target. You're
They
right.
don't have Central America, so and we're
Yeah.
not going to go fight. We're not going to be fighting back. So I don't think we need to worry about Central America
Again,
Dom
I
right
guess I'm
now.
thinking about a brush with Mexico, but I think if they had it, they would have triggered it already. Before this weird Costa Rica stuff. I'm fine with France, Philippines. You okay with that, Ryan?
Or you can also put one. You can put a second one in Poland, even. I mean, Warsaw doesn't.
Yeah,
What do you
this
think
is
about a
fine. France
second in
and Poland.
Poland? All right.
Let's do this. So I guess we want to make them.
Did they play Warsaw? Sorry.
Warsaw? I've been, trust me, I'm thinking about very clearly about the Warsaw situation. It is in the deck.
It's in the deck, right?
Yes, Warsaw's in the deck.
It's in the deck.
Okay, so that's fine. Now, do we want a space we will bury you?
No, I want to put in Poland. I want to play into Poland. Think about that before we do anything.
Okay, well,
What is it? How I learned into Poland?
I mean,
I mean,
I want to consider how
one
I learned
up
event at the end of the
is
turn
not.
potentially, but I agree. Usuri's good, but how I learned could be good at the end of the turn too, depending on what they do about mill ops. We also have
How many mill-ups do they have now?
They have none. The other thing is Portuguese.
So you could just do this.
Portuguese is an empty AR, but it does give them access to South Africa, which is an important country.
No, that should wait. That
Yeah.
should wait.
Portuguese should wait. I think we should space if we want to do Poland stuff and give up, and we can put 2 ops into Poland. But we also want to give Central Dom. The other thing, if we put 2 ops in Poland now, the rest of our turn is space, empty AR, and event. So we're not taking Central Dom.
Yeah,
You've
I
got
think we should
Portuguese
probably.
and bar crumble. You could put one in.
And we could,
But yeah,
but
they're just going to coup. I mean, we're just you.
yes, they will. But I guess we should wait for them to coup somewhere else before we take Central Dom. I like spacing here.
I think we should space. Let's just keep our hand free a little bit.
All right. That's it.
Okay, we hit it.
Nice.
VP track is
So yeah,
somehow
now I
blue.
definitely like holding the gun.
All right, we got a good chance to get to discard here at some point. Some point soon, ideally next turn. Okay, well, they're going to space defectors, so they don't have any problems. They hit their roll as well. All right.
Is that their first base attempt?
Yeah, I think it is.
It might be.
Okay, so this is the end of the turn. This is a hold. Portuguese, I think it's probably Portuguese here, right? And then just repair.
Yeah, I think so.
You go with that, Michael?
Why are we doing it now instead of playing How I Learn now?
Just just freeing up our hands so we can, because this won't. What would we do with
All
How I
right.
Learn?
We could do how I learned like one Angola, one Poland, or something like that, and then.
But I like this, which frees up, which then it just gets the bad card away, and then we have 2 guilt-free ops on AR6.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, well, I would not like them to just take South Africa here, but I don't think they're going to do that.
They need mill ops. I can't imagine they're going to not get mill ops.
Yeah,
I'm not concerned about them taking South Africa.
yeah,
They're waiting for us to get Central American domination for their coup.
right. Yes, they would like to do that, but they also have apps in
And
Mexico
we're
and
just going to
Cuba.
surprise
They
them
could just
because we're
play a
not going to
random
get it.
3 and go Guatemala, Nicaragua, Haiti, and just take all those countries, and then we don't have any chance to get Dom. But yeah, they don't. Yeah, we're playing a little chicken here. We want to make them coup Peru, I guess, and not get a nice juicy coup in Central. Also, if they do
Not that Peru is bad, that we would still like presence when South
coup
America
here,
scores.
I'm not saying this is good. I'm just throwing it out there. If they do not coup here, what would you guys think about eventing Usuri AR6? They have to repair, and then How I Learned to 5 on AR7 for 5 VPs.
I think that's pretty good.
Forget about that. Forget
Oh,
about
they are
that.
good. Okay.
Oh, they could Saharan.
Definitely would have hit Peru if I were them, but
Yeah, and that would have worked. That would have knocked us out. Okay. Now everybody's got mill ops. So do we want to do something like this?
They're still going to coup us, right?
Yeah, but now
yes.
but then they're cooing and not doing anything else bad, and then we event Usuri. Even if we take 2 Central American non-battlegrounds, they're still going to stop Dom by cooing.
Yeah. I guess the alternative is to still do your thing of Usuri first. But this is fine with me.
Because if we do Usuri and then we
We're
didn't do
at
How I
the
Learned,
second.
the How I Learned play would only be a difference of 3 VP. It's still only a difference of 3 VP. It also puts DEFCON up to 5 and gives us more options to get a coup in South America. Grain and Junta are gone, so we need ABM or Brush to get inroads into South America.
I'm fine with one Guatemala, but I don't think we need to overprotect in Nigeria right now. I really want to get into Poland.
Okay.
I want to pressure them and keep a Europe control alive.
All right, that's fine with me.
I don't hate it.
All right, that's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is fine.
If we draw Warsaw, then there's a real risk
If
from
we draw
them of
Warsaw,
us
we just
holding
take
it.
Poland outright.
Yeah. Well, and we could potentially hold Warsaw if we either play China or find a way to get rid of gunmen. Cultural is gone. It's not gone. It's in the discard.
Well, if we hit the space, then we can play China, discard gunmen, and
Okay, South African. Okay, so they're going to stop Dom without cooing. All right, Usuri play here. I guess we didn't talk about where. So clearly one Thailand.
Two Thailand,
You want to
or
go?
Two
maybe one.
Thailand.
Maybe it's only one. But
So I mean, so do we want to do Southeast? You could do something like this, or we could just do Battlegrounds and do something like that, and like this or something.
we're not.
I mean, we know the scoring isn't coming, right? And we're not going to stop Dom.
Yeah, I don't think playing in battlegrounds is gonna flip domination.
Okay. Oh, whoop, not
I guess
China.
my first thought is two Thailand, two Laos.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I like two Thailand, two Lao as well.
Okay, let's do this. Even up Southeast Asia. Okay. Well, we
Oh,
got
we got
South.
Rush 4. That's good.
We have
We did
South, and
not.
that's
Yes.
very bad. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Well, we have a UN intervention for our gunman problem.
Yeah.
Or
We
we
have.
might, if we spaced and make, we can play China and hold gun and then discard at the end of the turn.
Yeah. These two are
That's
both
true.
must not play, though. Well, I think we're playing China no matter what. Unless we can get a double space. And I'd love to brush Venezuela, but they took Colombia. Yeah, this is not going to be a fun turn, especially because of that.
Ooh,
All right, so I think it's CRG, right?
probably, yeah.
So it's probably CRG, and then we can do Southeast Asian stuff, right? There's no
Yeah, I
reason
think
to
it's gotta
headline
be.
brush, right?
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, we are a little behind on time. We'd like to be at 45 minutes even. We're at 41, so just a little bit behind. Okay, so that's an event. This is just a one-op. These are both unplayable. And we could UN one of these, space the other, play China, and hold gunmen. That is a possibility. Okay, they're going to play ops.
I would feel a lot better if we hit the space.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to threaten the Thailand flip? I think it's got to be
I
one
think
there.
we just,
Do we want
yeah,
to go
definitely
all
threat the
Southeast
flip.
Asia? Or you want to do something like that, and then maybe break Algeria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
so.
think I like this. Wow.
Wow, okay.
Okay. I'm happy
That
to see
signals a
that. Yeah.
weak hand, I would say.
That schedules lots of scoring, so is what it says. Well, lots. They can only have central, I guess. All right. Well, as distasteful as I find it, do you want to take a big old China card coup in South America?
Yeah, I was
I'm
thinking
not crazy
CMC
about
coup
playing the
Argentina,
China
but
card.
maybe you go China card.
Oh yeah, CMC.
If you play the China card, there's no way to get it back.
Yeah, that's
We've
true.
already vented Nixon and Usuri.
We're probably playing China anyway because we've got 3 unplayable cards in our hand.
I'm hesitant to.
I'm fine with CMC. You're right.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
But we're
space
not like,
Quag and OPEC. You can or try
Yes.
to.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll get
We
it.
can space twice if they miss. I'm fine with CMC. You want to do CMC? CMC Argentina?
I'd rather do CMC than China.
All right.
yeah,
I'd
we're
prefer
gonna
to
roll a
hold
4
China.
now,
Let's
but
not roll exactly a 4. All right, here we go.
oh, this is a good choice anyway.
Yeah.
feels like that when we need the critical roles, they're not showing up.
Yeah. All right. Well, what the heck do we want to do? Okay, they're just going to coup Africa. Yeah. So now are we just brushing? Are we just brushing?
Probably.
Well, uh,
Because what I'd love to do is brush Venezuela, but we we have to get Colombia first, and I don't know that we have the hand for that.
yeah. So maybe we just spaced right now.
Yeah, I guess
I
Brush
don't
can
hate
wait.
that either.
Brush can wait. All right, OPEC is
If
more unplayable, I think.
if they don't immediately space, then we can space a second time,
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
and
Let's
then
do
we can
this.
UN gun and hold China.
Okay, we missed.
Oh, that sucks.
Probably should have been. Well, yeah, I guess
OPEC is
either
more
one is
unplayable
playable.
at 4 VPs.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to give to
Yeah.
Quagmire.
Nope. They missed too. Okay, you want space again?
Yes.
Sure.
We missed again.
Oh my god.
It's so
Okay,
bad.
now we have to UN gunman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a UN gunman and coup Colombia? Then brush, then score? Do you want to just brush?
Yeah. Let's try that. Let's take the shot. Let's do UN gun. I guess that's going to totally signal that we're in Colombia instead of Haiti or Nicaragua, but still,
What did they do with Summit? I missed that.
I
They
missed it
took
too.
Algeria back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the video is skipping sometimes for me.
Sorry. All right. Do you want to try Colombia?
Um,
The other thing is they could also have Kennedy. They space voice, but
So we're trying Colombia instead of just brushing Argentina because it has higher like stability if we win.
yeah, because if we get Venezuela, we're getting it for the game. But we could also just give up on this idea, and because if we do Brazil or Argentina, they'll immediately set up realigns.
We have our own realigns, and now we might not have the best card to do it with, but in Chile, right?
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to? Should we just go Argentina now?
I
With
like the
Argentina, my
Colombia.
worry would be that they realign us at even if we hit it.
Yeah, we would have to hope that they miss if they do that. I'm fine taking the shot at Argentina now, and so that we.
I think I prefer Colombia. Why do we? There's no need to rush it. We'll get it next turn if we want it.
I'm happy to do Colombia.
All right, that's fine. We'll do Colombia. Okay, that's not what we wanted at all. But I guess better that than roll that on the brush.
We're one of those games where our spaces and our coups are all
Oh,
mixed up.
they have Central. Okay, well, whoops, not that. Not that one. We're just brushing Venezuela now, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we hit it.
Hey,
It was a 5.
maybe they won't have ops to take a non-battleground.
Yeah, maybe they won't have one op.
Their only op card is oh yeah, they still have access to Colombia.
Yeah.
All they have is Ascot.
Yeah, so
Oh
they
darn.
yeah. So this will just be
Nope.
Uruguay,
Okay.
I assume. No, they're going to go Colombia. Okay, so do we want to just score?
Do we just score?
We don't want to use. I mean, the Sadat event is important. We could take a coup of Colombia. They could have Kennedy. They could have Kennedy and Bear Trap.
Yeah, but they will have one other card, right? There's nothing else they could have that they wouldn't want to play.
Well, they could have Bear Trap.
Bear Trap.
I guess they would
Has
need
that
Bear
been
Trap
played or
and
not?
Kennedy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They don't
No,
have.
they have OAS. They have
Oh,
OAS.
that's right.
They have OAS. That's right.
They have OAS. Okay.
They don't want to play
Maybe we try
OAS.
it. Maybe we try it.
Do you want to try? We could try a one-op coup of Colombia with Sadat.
I think I'd prefer to coup it. Honestly.
Yeah, let's go for it. Like, if we
Or
miss
we
it,
could,
what's the
yeah.
worst that happens? They realign.
Well, they realign, but then it's only one
That's
VP.
only a
It's
victory
50.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what it's anything but. But you want to try it? I mean, we're giving up Egypt, but at least we're putting this back in the deck. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Now let's take a shot. Roll the dice.
Do you guys see what we rolled?
Oh, that's a shame.
Unfortunate.
Okay. Good for them. Now they can, yeah, good. All right.
Okay, this is a pretty good hand.
Well, what'd they get? They got Kennedy and Bear Trap, which is what we needed them to have last turn.
Ryan, what ship did they have?
I have them as having OAS, S Not, Bear Trap, U2, Warsaw, and Flower Power.
I will point out that the Thailand flip is still in play.
That's true.
I'm not saying we should do it because it does stop. It will stop Dom, but then they'll just retake one of these countries and.
Is voice our headline?
Ryan, was NTB played earlier?
NTB?
Yeah, that was played earlier. Yeah. Okay. Turn 3.
Was it? Yeah.
Turn 3.
We had it. Yeah. Okay. That makes voice not so good.
Makes voice a lot less good, yeah.
Because they'll just repair with
What
flower
are they
power.
doing?
So is it CMC?
What do you think they're going to want to put DEFCON at?
Well, if we headline something aggressive, they'll put it at 2.
Yeah, if we headline voice,
Right.
it definitely too. If we headline CMC, then they'll also put it at 2.
If we headline CMC, they'll keep it at 2 because they can't coup.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we don't headline something aggressive, they'll put it at 3, coup Angola, and set up Africa control, or threaten it. Obviously, if we, but if
the only possible headlines are VOA, and then I think CMC is just a waste.
It is, but
well, what else is there then? Just VOA.
If we headline VOA, they'll set DEFCON to 2 and repair whatever we do with their 4 ops, and then VOA is gone forever. CMC, so I would rather waste CMC than waste VOA, because if we headline CMC, they will leave DEFCON at 2. If we headline something like Shuttle, they'll just put DEFCON at 3 and get a nice coup in Angola, which we really don't want. CMC forces them to leave DEFCON at 2. And then
what are you going to do with VOA if you don't headline it?
Well, we play at AR7.
You can hold it to turn 10?
No, not hold it to turn 10, but we can play it. We can play it on AR7.
Right. Okay. I mean,
let's say we play VOA.
You still get. I mean, it's still worth four off.
Where can we push them this turn?
Value
with our ops.
We are dominated in 4 regions.
I guess the Mideast, Israel, Saudi.
We are dominated in 4 regions, guys, and we're down 3 VPs on the VP track. We need to get a lot more value out of VOA than just, they have to spend a 4 op to repair. What Like we. Need
are you going to get eight value?
I'm just
you're throwing away 3 with CMC.
All I'm saying is if we headline VOA if we play VOA AR7 of this turn, maybe we get a card next turn that lets us take advantage of VOA. Or maybe they're stuck with bad cards in their hand. We play it, and they play their good stuff, and we can play it later in this turn and take advantage of it right after. So, Michael,
if we headline VOA, what is it like? Two out of just something to force them to repair, right? Like,
yes, we can't eliminate their access anywhere. That's the issue. So they're just going to repair. What we could
what do we do with the ops? If we headline VOA, we're planning to be aggressive with ops this turn.
Probably 2 Pakistan, 2 Thailand, and then they'll just repair both, and then we could flip one with China.
I guess what do we do with all the ops in our hand? Headline
VOA. I don't know.
Well, I mean, assuming they've got a 4, we don't even know they have a 4. Well, I guess they've got flour. So they've got flour. So they repair it, and then you can. I mean, there's Saudi, there's Israel, there's South Africa. There's nothing special to do here, I don't think. I guess you want to protect yourself in Venezuela.
Middle Eastern countries. We got to get Egypt now. We punted Sadat. We want to fill, like, maybe could try and contest something here. Want to fill South Africa.
Get Europe controlled. And there's stuff to do with our ops. It's not like. It's not.
All right.
We've got things we can do.
VOA?
Yeah, let's do VOA. We can also salt it if we really want.
Yes, we can salt it.
I just don't think there's anything special. You're going to get an AR7 play, but it's not worth 3 ops.
Yeah. Well, salt also makes CMC stronger. But okay, do you want to do this? It doesn't really matter because they're just going to fix whatever we do. Two Thailand,
yeah, I
Pakistan?
think that's fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Let's do this. They're going to set it to 2.
Ryan, do we only know 6 of their cards?
Okay. After they do this, do we want to flip Thailand with
Do we want to give Che, or do we want to...
I think we should try and double space.
With China? No. I don't want to flip. I don't want to play China.
Okay. I'm fine with not playing China.
That's true. We still have double space or discard. Yeah, that's right. We don't give Che.
Yeah. So we knew this was what was going to happen. Okay. Now what? Do we want to take South Africa?
Is it too conservative of me to want to coup Colombia? I'm looking at Colombia and I'm a little worried, or Venezuela. Is that? I don't know.
I'm fine with that. What do we want to coup with? Arms race?
No, I think that's fine. I think do Cambridge do it right now.
I mean, it's very early for Cambridge.
Well, the question is, are they going to realign if we don't?
Yeah, I'm fine cooing. Do you want to just coup with Cambridge now and just let them know we don't have any scorings? I think these are only 2 redraws, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. Ryan, what are our cards?
Let's do this.
Ryan, do we have cards that they don't know about?
I think we have Muslim and NATO.
What is it, NATO, Muslim?
NATO, I don't think they know about
Muslim.
See, I wasn't keeping track of that.
All right. Let's lock this in.
Yeah, I don't know
what we discarded with Omen.
Okay.
Sure.
Still not what we were looking for, but it's just enough. All right. I would love to see.
I do want to keep track of. Oh no, never mind. They headlined Howard. We can't go.
Now the other thing is, I would love to see them play Warsaw for ops, and then we try and go hog wild in Europe because we do have a bunch of ops.
I don't think they should play Warsaw. Well, obviously they shouldn't play Warsaw for ops here, but
yeah. Okay, so that's a guilt-free 3. Yeah, they're going to stop us from doing this. That makes perfect sense. All right, do we want to space now?
Or do we want to fight in Saudi?
Well, I was thinking maybe save some ops to if they don't overprotect Poland and start to jam it later.
Just can't imagine they're going to let us.
And we could do this. You want to just?
Do you think they're going to?
Well, they're going to
let us.
They're gonna event Warsaw right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fight in Saudi. I'd rather go in South Africa and Israel.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine with me. That's fine.
I mean, we're not gonna. All we're gonna do is stave off control with this, right? We're not gonna be able to fight the domination, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah, we're gonna
dominated.
have to hope
Yeah,
something comes
we
up next
need
turn or the turn after.
we need
But
a massive change here. We have no dominations to their 4. We are way behind. Um, okay, no surprise there. Okay, do we want to salt for VOA? Do we want a space?
Maybe we space first.
let's go ahead and space first. Let's space
Space J?
J.
Okay, we hit it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, space bear trap. And they hit it as well. No more double. So we can discard Muslim Revolution if we want to. All right, do we want to event salt? And take back voice?
And then we trade coups.
Yeah, I think eventing it's better than playing it for ops. Right?
I don't hate it.
You okay with that, Michael?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we can hold. We can also, if we don't want to event voice this turn, we can hold both voice and Muslim and dump Muslim.
You hope they have a
do need to
weekend.
get we need to get one more country in Europe to get domination there.
Yes. At least one. Yeah, we need to get.
I think we need more than one.
What's the country count there?
We're down 6-4. So we need 3 more countries because they took Romania. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So
6,
they
1, 2,
decided
3,
to
4.
poke.
Okay.
So they have Asnot.
Uh.
So
OAS.
Yeah, they have Asnot, OAS, and an unknown. So do we want to take?
Why do we use NATO here? Why not like Cuban or something?
That's fine. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. This is fine, and then we could take UK back and something else. Israel, maybe.
Let's take Israel. Yeah.
All right.
Battleground's the battleground.
They're going to give us Kennedy on AR7. Do we?
I would like to.
They're going to give it now. Okay, so you
I
want
give it now.
Let's just dump Muslim to it now and hope we don't get a scoring.
Just discard. Yeah.
Okay, well, we got a better card to discard.
That's good. Yeah, exactly. Help clean the deck out a little bit.
Okay, this will just be a coup in Africa. Okay, that's fortunate. You want to take a 3-op coup in Nigeria?
I kind of want to take a 4-op coup. Maybe that's too aggressive, but...
Well, if we take
like
a 3-op coup, we could take Benelux and Denmark on AR7 and give it, which gives us Dom. Obviously, that leaves France at 4-1, which Sakov's reform are all bad. But that is an option. You want to take a bigger coup? Michael, what do you like? You want to take a 3 or
maybe
4?
The 3-op coup is better. We are behind.
3-op coup.
We're under salt, so it's like a 2-op coup.
We need a 3.
I like the 4.
You want the 4?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do the 4. This is an important coup. Okay, sure enough, we roll a 5. Okay, they have OAS and a mystery card.
You know, if we used the 3-op, we would have rolled a 2 or 3 or whatever the thing we couldn't roll was.
Well, it wasn't anything but a 1. So yes, if we okay. Oh, jeez. Of course that's their redraw. Of course that's their redraw. It doesn't matter, right? You want to just go Argentina, Panama, just to give us some kind of access down there?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Do we want to use voice now? Or do we want to use shuttle?
No.
We could use
shuttle.
Shuttle.
Shuttle, right?
Yeah, we could use Shuttle and take Egypt back.
Shuttle and jam something.
Or take Egypt back.
Well, we need to get African domination.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
We need 2 ops there to do that. So we could do 1, 2 to get Africa Dom, and then another one to get Central Dom. You want to do that? We're leaving France
Yeah,
at 4
something like
1
that, I think.
with
That's
four.
good with me. Yeah.
You okay leaving France at 4 1? You guys okay with
The
this?
alternative is you put one in France instead of in
Haiti.
Haiti.
Because we're talking about
Yeah.
Euro control being our shot. So losing France is pretty much GG. What do you like, Michael? Do you want to take Haiti or one more France?
I think I like Haiti.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, let's do Haiti. Maybe we can get war games.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of big ops,
We're
but
gonna have to.
not
We're
really
gonna
the
have
way
to
you want
self
to do.
quag. This is not even a question. That's not even a question. OPEC and Fidel and Quag. OPEC, Fidel, we will bear you all unplayable. Yeah, we have to self quag here. That's wow. Okay, wonderful.
Justin, can we do a rundown of the different regions and what the scoring is on each?
Sure. Europe +1 for us. Central +3 for us. South America -5. Africa +4. Middle East -4. Asia -8.
So we're -9-ish total.
Yeah, and we have a terrible hand this turn that is it's only going to get worse.
That's not fun.
Okay.
Is it VOA, the headline? I mean, what else?
Everything else
No.
actively harms us. So yeah, I guess it's VOA.
I mean, it'd be nice to hold it, but there's nothing else.
Nope, it's VOA. Okay, so I think VOA's got to be it's got to be one Angola, right? To make
Well, yeah. If we didn't have to headline or play Quagmire, you could have said that.
yeah. So
Yeah, one of Angola, maybe two, I don't know.
2 Algeria.
No, not Algeria. They're just gonna rip. I don't know. It doesn't seem
I'm just
right.
saying they
I was thinking maybe Brazil.
okay. Well, I
Definitely
like
one Angola,
and then what?
and then
God, everything's overprotected. Argentina?
But what about like Spain or something like that?
Nope, no
you
VOA in
can't, not
Europe.
with voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Uh, Argentina. If this is what we're doing, it's
I don't
Argentina.
hate. Well, no, definitely not Algeria.
I personally, we are behind. I would rather trying to help us in regions where
We
we
could
are
do
ahead, so
Syria.
we can give us a war games path rather than spending time evening out this. Syria?
Why Argentina?
I'm saying, I guess I like Argentina better to give us 2 potential shots to even up South America. But whatever. This is fine. And then the fourth one, you want to go Argentina or you want to go Syria?
Syria is kind of a do nothing, but it just
Syria,
scares them a little bit. Maybe.
It threatens us scoring it for 2 VP less. I don't think they'll care about that. Argentina, though, is a problem if we're able to flip it. Nowhere else I think matters.
I don't hate Argentina.
All right, Michael, you okay with Argentina? We're getting dominated in Africa, but all right.
Yeah, let's do Argentina.
We have 22 minutes left, so we've got.
My guess is they're going to place. Are they going to place here?
Yeah, it was fine.
So Southeast doesn't matter. We're hopeless. Asia's
Justin,
hopeless.
when I respond, do you hear me like immediately after you answer
I did
the
not
question?
I didn't
Or
hear you.
are you hearing me like sometime later?
I'm hearing you later. Do you want me to exit out and come back in again? That seemed to solve our problem.
Justin, we might need to reset
I'm gonna reset.
call again. Hey,
All right.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
I could hear you,
Perfect.
Ryan.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now we're good again. Okay. Oh,
Oh, that's so annoying.
yeah.
We
That's
should have thought about that.
okay. Are we flipping that back with NTB? Do you want to flip that back with NTB, or do you want to take Brazil? I guess we're taking Brazil. You want to take Brazil with sock
Um,
gloves, guys?
yeah, I think Brazil is better.
This seems probably better, and hope to fight for Africa later.
Although
Hey,
Africa's more.
I can't see the stream, so I'm going to log off and log back on. You guys just go ahead and do what
Okay.
you need to do, okay?
All right. Let's.
Africa is more points. It's like
Yeah.
easier to flip back later, but it's a lot more points.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. If we think we have a chance of winning in final, this is better.
Now, you know what? We're not going to be able to defend Africa.
Yeah.
I think we can't defend Africa, so let's do this.
All right. This is fine. We're gonna do this. All right. We've evened up South America,
Because we are
and
going to have to.
they trolled us with the Iron Lady play, but they probably wouldn't have played at AR1. And so now we got sock gloves off for free. Okay. All right. Well, this game is over. Um,
War games.
well, I guess we should. I hate it, but I guess we should space now to stop war
We
games.
should space first. Yeah,
Right?
we should.
So
Yep.
we should space OPEC.
No,
We're definitely self-quagging.
I guess in theory they could play North Sea Oil or something.
Yeah, so you want to space We Will Bury You then?
Yeah, let's
If
space
they
Real
missile
Barry.
envy and hit nuclear test ban, that's actually good for us. All right, we're going to space We Will Bury You. Okay, and we're going to miss.
Lovely.
GG. All right, well, guys, I don't think there was anything we could do. All right. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah,
watching. Sorry about
that was a tough one.
sorry about the technical difficulties on this one. Not great, but yeah, that one was a tough one. We were hopelessly behind in the early war and just could not get back into it. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back next week and at 11 o'clock Eastern. Stryker and Scott and I will be playing against Team Sweden. So hope you'll join us then. But until next time, for Ryan Pindelik, Michael Stryker, this is Justin Abramson. So long for just a while.